Hello, hello, everybody. And for those of you who are on live with us, for most of you, it's probably Friday. For some of you, it might be Saturday. But welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ask Doc live show. My name is Rebecca Kozak, and I will be your host for the next 2 hours. And I just want to remind people, if you are on live with us today, we do have the chat function on. From the Zoom menu, you can click on chat. You will see all of the important information that is shared by our wonderful co-hosts, Nasima Omar, Ruth Ellen Sanchez, and Jonty McCollier, which I am so thankful for these people as they keep everything rolling and get information to you as you are on the call live with us. Now, with this chat being on, you can ask your questions. Make sure that you include an age, weight, height, and any pre-existing or additional existing questions, or additional existing conditions that may be not specifically what you are asking your question about. Because we look at the body as a whole, and where one thing is going on, it's usually linked to something else. So you can put those chats in our chat or those questions in the chat, but please do not use this chat to share any type of solicitations. Do not put any phone numbers or anything like that in the chat. If we do see that you're doing solicitation, you will be removed from the meeting. So we love you, we appreciate you, and we're very thankful that you are here with us, because this is a resource to help you get information that you're not going to get anywhere else. Now, the content of this program is to provide educational information only on the importance of nutrition and supplementation in a world where the food supply is empty and void of what the body needs, not just to survive, but to really thrive. Now, in this program, we will be sharing nutritional options that are available through supplementation in a form that the body can readily absorb and utilize. The FDA does require us to let you know that our products are not meant to treat, prevent, diagnose, or cure any diseases, and this program is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician. But you are an empowered individual. You're able to listen to your body and get an idea of what your body wants. Now, we bring additional good news. So the genetic theory has been proven incorrect through the science of epigenetics. Epigenetics is the study of how your own behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. So with epigenetics, like I said, you're an empowered individual and have more control over your health journey than you may think. And we invite you to feel the difference with the options that are shared in this program. I love it when we have people that come on and give their testimonials. And I just want to let everybody know that these testimonials that are shared on this program are completely voluntary, and the individual's personal experience and their results on the products is what they are sharing as recommended by Dr. Joel Wallach. And I am so excited to have Dr. Joel Wallach on with us, as he is one of the founding fathers of epigenetics. And I am just honored, Dr. Wallach, to be able to spend this time with you each and every week. Welcome to Ask Doc Live.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for all the kind words, and thank the whole team for being here. It's going to take a team to save the world. so I appreciate each and everything that you do. And, you know, we have lots to talk about. And so I'll just start out with some basics. As of last night, they hadn't turned anything on this morning yet. So as of last night, we in America alone had 49,692,645 infections in the last 22 months that the COVID had been going on. And we're hitting about 110,000 infections a day, 110,000 new infections a day. So we're looking probably in 5 days, we'll be over 50 million infections. We have 806,000 dead, 806,301 dead. That's 131,000 more dead in 21 months than they had in 24 months from the Spanish flu in 1918, 1919. And of course, when this first happened 22 months ago, Fauci said this was a nothing virus. Just wear a mask, wash your hands, distance 6 feet, and it'll go away in a couple of weeks. It's a nothing virus. Well, look what we got, almost 50 million infections and 806,000 dead. It doesn't sound like a nothing virus to me. And then the new variant, the Delta variant, came on about, I don't know, 6-9 months after the original COVID-19 came on. And it wasn't too exciting. It wasn't moving very fast. It wasn't hopping around. It wasn't causing more deaths or anything like that. And so they were just kind of keeping an eye on it. It turned out it was a very bad thing. Okay, well, here we are now with this Omicron, okay, with this new variant. And it started out in South Africa, and there's 8 countries in Southern Africa, in the southern half of Africa, there's 8 countries that now have shown positive for the COVID-19 Omicron. And now, let's see, it was in Canada, it's in Hong Kong, it's in, let's see here, California, New York, Minnesota, Colorado, and it's kind of screaming around the world right now, okay? And again, it's a nothing, right? This is kind of a ne'er-do-well variant, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's excited about it, but they weren't excited about the Delta one either for the first year. And so we'll see what happens here. But whether you get your shots, your vaccines, whether you get your booster, that's up to you. That's everybody's choice. We have to appreciate that the vaccinations do not kill the viruses. Vaccinations don't kill viruses, bacteria, fungus, or yeast. They just alert your body to bad DNA and RNA. So when the bug shows up, your body goes and attacks the bug. Your body attacks the bug, not the vaccine. Well, if you have a good immune system, you're staying away from all the bad foods, and you're supplementing with all 90 essential nutrients. I have literally thousands of people in our organization who chose not to get the vaccination. They're doing very well because they've been taking the 90 essential nutrients for years and years and years and years. They've been avoiding the bad foods for years and years and years and years. So if the bug shows up, their body goes, attacks, and kills it. No big deal. In 3 to 5 days, it's gone. And so there's all kinds of ways to approach this, but it's your responsibility to make sure that whatever your choice you're making, you have got to work on this. I mean, like big time. Okay. So that's all I'm going to say about this right now, but you get the idea. Okay. Oh, Japan is a big one now too. They just popped up and said Japan is big for the new COVID Omicron. Now, a week ago, and so it was just a day after last week's Zoom with you guys, so you didn't get to hear this. The Center for Disease Control came out and listed the top 3 causes of death in hospitals each year in America. These are American hospital deaths, top 3. Number 1 is heart disease. So who's surprised at that? 611,405 dead attributed to heart disease. But did they all die from heart failure, heart disease, or did they die from secondary infections from a heart surgery or some medication for the heart and so forth? But somewhere in that range, 611,405 dead from heart disease. And they also reported number 2 is cancer, 584,881, same thing. Did they really die from secondary infections from cancer surgery? Did they die from chemotherapy or radiation? Or did they really die directly from the cancer? Well, we may never know that, but they're listing 584,881 deaths attributed to cancer last year in American hospitals. Number 3 was a shocker to me. Number 3 were medical errors. Medical errors, these are mistakes that doctors made and killed the patient. He said 250,000 Americans are killed each year in American hospitals from medical errors. And then they had a little thing in italics underneath it in very fine print that says, only 10% of medical errors are reported. Only 10% of medical errors are reported. Uh-oh. Well, what industry can kill 250,000 of their customers in their workplace every year and stay in business? only the medical system, okay? And so this is why we want you to do as much for yourself as you can do for yourself, okay? The less you have to rely on the medical trade, profession, mob, the less risk you have, okay? Now, this variant, okay, B11529, again, started out in, they say, Southern Africa, but apparently it was in Europe before then. And again, it's in Canada, and it's in the United States, in New York, and California, Colorado, Minnesota. And so I'm assuming that this week it's going to pop up in a half a dozen or a dozen more states and more countries around the world because it's moving, okay? And so you really have to pay attention. Wash your hands, use our hand sanitizer. I mean, I go through about 8 of these bottles a month, these little hand sanitizers. We have a cart at the front door. When we come in the house, we use hand sanitizer when we come in. We use a hand sanitizer when we go out. We also have the colloidal silver. We use that when we go out. We use it when we come back in. I put 2 droppers full under my tongue 30 minutes for each meal and 2 droppers full under my tongue 30 minutes for bedtime. Been doing that for 25 years. I go through 2 of these 4-ounce bottles a month of the colloidal silver. And colloidal silver does kill viruses, bacteria, fungus, and yeast. And of course, I have had my 2 vaccinations a year ago. I've had my booster. And I'm not afraid of vaccinations because I spent so many years in the military that every year for 20 years in the Air Force, we'd get one day a year, we'd line up, we get 10, 12 different vaccinations on one day. We're talking about everything from tetanus to smallpox to flu to everything you can think of. And since I was a veterinarian, they also gave me a rabies shot every year. And that was crazy. But so I never had any reactions to it because I had been on the 90 essential nutrients and gluten-free by that time already for 50 years, okay? And so my immune system was working good. A lot of other people, you know, they got a fever, they may have pain in their arm, or they got the shot. I never had any of those reactions. And today, with all these new COVID vaccines and everything, I've never had a reaction, either local or global, you know, no fever or anything like that. And so take care of yourself, do all this good stuff, and you'll benefit from that. Now, I have to tell you that the world is getting more dangerous, okay? There's no doubt about it. The world is getting more dangerous as we are able to move around and carry infectious diseases, and people can make choices whether or not you do take vaccines or not. You can take choices, what food you eat. But I have to tell you, I'll give you an example here. I did a Zoom last night. I do a Zoom every Thursday night in the Philippines. Been doing that for like, I don't know how many years, 5, 6 years in the Philippines. And their average lifespan is 69. They report, as of today, 2,833,473 infections and 48,752 dead. Vietnam, with a similar population, let's see here, the Philippines has 109 million and Vietnam has 97 million. So Vietnam has 1,266,288 infections and 25,658 dead. They have about half the number of dead the Philippines and half the number of infections as the Philippines. And it's a dietary thing. It's not a racial thing. All right. It's a dietary thing. Vietnam has stayed pretty much Asian and lives primarily on rice and squash and beans and corn and seaweed and that kind of stuff. Where the Philippines, because of their location in the Pacific, they've been not only a stopping off place, but provide space for military bases from the United States and Europe and so forth there in the Philippines. And because of all that, they eat a lot of wheat, barley, rye, and oats. They eat like Europeans as opposed to like Asians, and they're paying a price for it. Typically, the Vietnamese don't supplement with vitamins and minerals. Typically, the Filipinos don't supplement with vitamins and minerals. But our group, the people who are working with us in the Philippines, do very, very well compared to the Philippines who do not work with us and are, just kind of eating, I can't say traditional Philippines because they're eating like traditional Europeans, okay? Because, oh, that's good. Maybe that's why Europeans are so good and rich and tough. And so they all started eating wheat, barley, rye, and oats like the Europeans. Well, in Vietnam, they have beer that's made from rice. They have whiskey that's made from rice. They have wine that's made from rice. In the Philippines, everything they drink is primarily carbonated, soft drink, sugar, and of course, wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And so they're paying a price for it. And I urge everybody to deal with this properly. Now, I have to remind everybody that we are kind of going crazy here in America because of all this COVID stuff. The politicians are attacking each other. Even in the same party, they're attacking each other. The politicians are attacking the public. The public is attacking the politicians. It's like crazy. And so I want you to not forget the kids. Everybody always forgets the kids because prior to school, when they're getting baby formulas, they're getting some vitamins and minerals in the baby formulas. They don't get any EFAs, the omega-3s, but they do get, vitamin A and vitamin C and vitamin D, and they get some calcium and some zinc and that kind of stuff. So they're getting something. But once they go to school, okay, little Johnny, you're a big boy now. You're going to school, so you're not going to get any more vitamins and minerals. You just eat well like everybody else, and you'll be okay. And these kids really are in trouble now. The hospitals are choked full with kids under the age of 11 because they're getting the COVID like crazy. And the death rate in them is very high. Okay, the death rate is very high in these ones that get hospitalized and get on the oxygen and all this kind of stuff. And the death rate is very, very high in the hospitals in these kids under 11. That's why they're starting to vaccinate them now. Oh, we forgot about the kids. Well, don't forget the kids, Toddy. Don't forget the kids, Toddy. Okay, I apologize for the shining there on the screen. Anyway, the kids, Toddy. And then don't forget the EFAs to go along with it. And don't forget the cherry mints. So with the cherry mints, the cherry mints, the kids, Toddy, and the EFAs are going to get all 90 essential nutrients. And that's going to support their immune systems and reduce the risk of getting the infection, reduce the risk of them having to go to the hospital and get in a very, very dangerous place. And so please don't forget the kids. They can drink our Rebound. Comes in cans, comes in sticks, comes in powder, and they can, add the powders to their liquid drinks, the Rebound. They can just add it to water, and they will do very, very well in sports. They'll stay awake in class, that kind of thing. And so we have all kinds of stuff for these kids. And of course, you get them signed up in a business with the longevity thing, and they can start recruiting their classmates in school. Why not? Classmates take all this information back to mom and dad and grandma and grandpa. And so this is very, very important stuff. And so I really, really, really like to make sure that everything is happening is a positive for the kids. Kids are my favorite people, and we have to do things for them. Now, there's all kinds of stuff to talk about, with these abortions and birth defects and so forth. Well, if everybody in the childbearing years, both the males and the females in childbearing years, take the 90 essential nutrients, okay, for at least a year before conception, we can reduce the rate of birth defects to 0. Okay, there are no genetic birth defects, okay, as Rebecca reminded you at the beginning of the Zoom. There are no genetic birth defects. There are no autoimmune birth defects. Birth defects are caused by nutritional deficiencies early in the pregnancy. And this is why they're doing abortions. A baby has Down syndrome and they don't have to deal with that. So they, allow them to have an abortion. Same with cleft palate. Well, cleft palate is totally preventable by giving, all the nutrients to the mother, who's sexually active, or maybe not even sexually active, but, they're female, they ovulate, who knows, they can go on a party and have a few drinks and get pregnant. Who knows? But at any rate, it's one of those things where it's the responsibility of the mom and dad to be that they were taking the 90 essential nutrients. Well, I asked my OBGYN, he says, I just eat the 4 food groups and take the 7 food group pyramid. Then you should ask him, have him sign a letter saying, if the baby comes out with a birth defect, he will pay for the education, all the special needs and training and medical care and everything. He will pay for it if a baby's born with a birth defect. Well, of course, he's not going to sign that. Okay, well, so why does he say don't worry about, don't take any vitamins and minerals? Well, he should be put in jail for that and have his license taken away. And so you have to be smarter than the average bear and do these things. I have reversed Down syndrome. Lauren Knievel, niece-in-law of Evel Knievel, called me at 2.5 weeks and said she had a pregnancy, Down syndrome, had 2 weeks in her state. After that 2 weeks, she couldn't get an abortion anymore. They all were after her to get an abortion. She didn't want that. She said, if it's born with Down syndrome, I'll take care of it and love it. Is there anything we can do? So we got her on a program, and the baby, of course, is born beautifully healthy right now. He's in the military, over 6 foot tall, handsome young man. I have pictures of him. Okay. And it's one of those things, his name, they named him Noah. and this Noah is a very handsome young man in his military uniform. And, you know, he works the longevity business hard and so forth. And he, you know, helps his mom do her business. And of course, he's in the military. And so I have story after story after story like that. Okay. We have families, everybody in their family has got diabetes. Well, diabetes is a simple nutritional deficiency. It's not genetic. Lupus is not an autoimmune disease. Your body's attacking itself. It's just simply gluten blocking the absorption of nutrition. And so you're getting all these nutritional deficiencies, which they're claiming is lupus. Well, they may call it lupus, but it's not an autoimmune disease. It's just nutritional deficiency. Same way with rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is not a autoimmune disease. Rheumatoid arthritis is just a simple nutritional deficiency arthritis with a secondary infection with a bug called mycoplasma, which is killable with an antibiotic called minocycline, like the little bait fish minnow, right? And you get these people, I don't care if they've been, you know, getting cortisone shots for 20 years, 30 years for their rheumatoid arthritis, get them on the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, get them on the MSM, vitamin D3, get them on the collagen peptides, get them on the Beyond OsteoFX, get them on, let's see here, all of these things. And if they do have rheumatoid arthritis, they do need to get a prescription. It's a prescription drug, and get a 6 to 8 weeks course, and they take it and it'll kill the bug, and the nutrients will rebuild the arthritis. And you know, I say always give me 90 days, but usually within 2 to 6 weeks, they don't have rheumatoid arthritis anymore, even though they've had it for 20, 30 years, because it's not an autoimmune disease. And so we have the ability as a longevity family to help so many people prevent problems, reverse problems, and educate people. We do have books, CDs, DVDs. We have a new one coming out here probably before June of this coming year. So it'll be about somewhere between 4 and 6 months it's coming out. It turned out to be a much bigger project than I thought, but it's going to be worth it. And I'm very, very excited about it. But we do have all these CDs and DVDs. We have 15 existing books. Don't forget, you know, the big four: Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport to Aromatherapy, and It's All in Your Head. Covers over 600 different diseases. And there's nothing wrong with challenging your doctor. Say, well, you know, I have some research here that shows that this is a reversible disease with nutrients. Oh, that's all nonsense, the doctor will say. Just eat well, you get everything you need. And so that doctor should have his or her license taken away when they say just eat well, you get everything you need, because that's impossible. Nutritional minerals occur in veins like gold and silver. And your neighbor, you know, 50 feet away from you could have $10 million in gold on his property, and you don't have any veins of gold on your property. And so the same thing is true with nutrition. Okay, nutritional minerals are the same way, like gold and silver. They occur in veins. They do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. Do not think you can depend on just eating well to get everything you need. In the old days, if you had a full stomach, you were happy. But then the average lifespan back in those days was in the 50s. Well, in the Bible, in the Old Testament, people were living to be 800. Methuselah lived to be 969. And 300 to 800 was not unusual. Okay. And so this is in the Old Testament. If you believe the Old Testament, well, then you got to believe those stories. Okay. Now there are people, the Hunzas, who do live to be 120 in the average. Their oldest ones live to be in their 160s. And that's because they're getting minerals from the Gilgit Glacier. And there was a movie and a book written about them. Let's see here, Lost Horizon. The book came out, was written by a New York Times and London Times newspaper reporter, James Hilton. Came out in 1929, Lost Horizon. And then in 1933, the movie came out, Lost Horizon. And everybody thought that was all just mythical stuff. No, it's all true. It was all a true story. And James Hilton was put on this story by the New York Times and London Times because there's so many people running around between Pakistan and China saying, oh, I'm 180 and so forth. They said these people are selling herbs and telling people if they take their herbs, they can live to be 180 kind of stuff. And so they're going to pillory this guy, okay, Dr. Lee Chin Yun, and they were going to really get him in trouble. Well, they followed him for 2 years, and lo and behold, everything he said was correct. And so that's why James Hilton wrote the book and wrote the movie. And these are not fairy tales. These are all true things. So we have lots to do to help people add many healthy years to their life. We have lots to do to help people avoid being killed by doctors and hospitals. We have lots to do to help people avoid being sick and bedridden from these pandemics. Again, I travel out of the house a lot. I see a lot of people. They see me in the office and this, that, and the other. And it's one of those things where I've been gluten-free for 75 years, and I've been taking the 90 essential nutrients for 75 years. And so most people don't believe that I'm 83. Well, you look like you're 50. You act like you're 50. Well, you may even act like you're 16. Okay. But that's because I've been taking the nutrients for a long time and avoiding bad foods for a long time. You can do the same thing. Add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. Spend 25 to 50 more years with the people you love and do the things you love to do. But you're going to have to be proactive. It doesn't just happen by being around, okay? You have to stay away from the bad foods. You have to take all your 90 essential nutrients and be persistent. Okay, don't forget the colloidal silver, don't forget the hand sanitizer, and don't forget the 90. Okay, with all that said, let's see here. I know we're pretty close to the bottom of the hour here. Do you have anything you want to say here before we go to the bottom of the hour here, Rebecca?
So Dr. Wallach, you were mentioning how there are veins that run through. And I have a lot of people ask me, well, where do your minerals come from?
Well, see, we have 78 different minerals, okay? Our biggest source of minerals come from deposits in the old world. And people always, well, yeah, we want to go to the place and we can buy a bottle for half the price or something like that. Of course, it'll cost you $2,000 in airfare to get there and so forth. Yeah, and so we have what should I say? We have a hold, we have a hook on the source of these minerals. We started out just with the liquid plant-derived minerals, and we realized immediately there's so many people who are getting so much benefit from them. We made capsules out of it. And then we started rubbing the minerals on people. We were helping people get rid of diseases just by rubbing the liquid minerals on. Miss Linda, her pastor, Mike Freeman, Linda and Pastor Freeman, they were the source of my CD and DVD, Praise the Lord and Past the 90. He was in a coma in a hospital, had weeks to live according to the doctors, and they had given up on him. He had been in a coma in a hospital, I don't know, 6 months or so. And he didn't have a G-tube, so he couldn't give him anything through a G-tube. So I just said, well, the only thing we can do is just rub some of these plant-derived minerals, the liquid plant-derived minerals on him twice, 2 to 3 times a day. And his wife and Miss Linda did that. And in 3 days' time, he wakes up, he goes back to his TV studio, his radio studio for the church. They called me, I flew out there, and we made the CD and the DVD, Praise the Lord and Past the 90. Everybody should watch that DVD and listen to that CD, Praise the Lord and Past the 90. It will freak you out because we have so many good stories about how many people, near-death situations and people who had terrible, terrible diseases that were, quote, genetic and so forth. And in just weeks, they're gone. We take people that hadn't urinated in 10 years. They had not urinated in 10 years. They're on dialysis 6 days a week. And in 2 weeks' time, they're urinating. And And they reduced the dialysis down to 3 days a week, and in 2 more weeks, you're totally off of dialysis and perfectly normal after 25 years of being on dialysis. Okay, and in 10 years, they hadn't urinated. All right, and so we have all these miracles just by giving nutrition. In some ways, very basic stuff. I'm the guy who got rid of cystic fibrosis. I'm the like your school of nursing would call me and say, hey, come give a lecture on your findings. No.
Well, let's work on changing that, Dr. Wallach. And I love the fact that we are able to come together and start working on the change and empowering individuals with this information. And I know our program, we have people from around the world on live with us. They share these videos. It goes out to our subscriber base. So Dr. Wallach, we are standing in agreement with you and working hard to get this information out to the masses.
Okay.
So we thank you for being able to take the time to join us and make sure that people are getting their questions answered. And that's just one thing that I love about this program is, you know, people can come on, they can see you, they can see that you are a real person and speak with you virtually face to face. So if you are on with us and you would like to ask questions of Dr. Wallach, please look in the Zoom menu. You'll find the option to raise your hand, and we will be calling on you in the order that your hand is raised and going back and forth between email questions that have come in, chat that has been put in our live chat today, and also those hands. So one thing that I would like to remind everybody, if somebody shared this replay or shared this program with you live and invited you, make sure that you get back with them if you would like to order product or have questions specifically about what you should be taking for yourself based on you personally. So get back with the person that invited you to this program. For those of you who were not invited to this program, we do have the store at askdoclive.com. That's askdoclive.com. And we also have a contact us option there. If you would like to speak with a certified holistic health coach, we do have a team there that can answer your questions as well. And, you know, we have so many questions that come in, Dr. Wallach, that we need more people learning about your teachings so that we can reach even more and more people. And I love the fact that, you know, we can recommend the products and be compensated for it. You know, we recommend a movie, they don't thank us in any way. You know, we recommend, you know, shampoo, they don't thank us in any way if we're recommending retail. Now, I buy my shampoo and my makeup and everything from my own store, and I get thanked for it. And it's called green, thank you. And I absolutely love that we're able to do that, Dr. Wallach, and it's all because of you. I want to thank you.
Well, we knew we had to raise an army because, you know, even Moses and Jesus and the Prophet Muhammad, they all had to raise an army of people to get the story out there because, of course, they didn't have electronics back then, but they did need to get the story out. And so we do have a lot of tools, www.drjwallach.com. And I have over 100 CDs. I have over 50 DVDs, including the Praise the Lord and Past the 90. That's my favorite set, Praise the Lord and Past the 90. If you've been anywhere near the military, you know what that means, because during a battle and you're dealing with an overwhelming enemy, you would say, praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Well, praise the Lord and pass the 90.
Well, and I've looked at the nutrient facts on those prepackaged and it's not that great.
Yeah, you're talking about things like Infamil or,
lots of oils. And it's not providing them with all the stress that they're under physically and mentally. It's not providing the nutrition that they need to be able to thrive and protect us, whether it's here, you know,
or in a foreign battle. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Whether it's homeland or afar, we need to make sure that our military, and that's around the world, make sure that they know that there are options that are going to help them get the nutrition they need so that they can be at their optimal best. So, well, Dr. Wallach, let's go to the first hand. So,
okay.
Linda, let's get Linda. Go ahead and unmute yourself. You're on live with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Morning, Linda.
Good morning, Dr. Wallach. I missed what you said Tuesday night when you were on Coast to Coast. You were talking about macular degeneration, and you had mentioned something. In other words, can something still be done for my father? His macular degeneration is still dry. It has not gone to wet.
Okay, now I have had wagers with eye doctors, okay? And they would give me their charge for their patients who are legally blind, 6, 8, 10, 12 years. And in less than 90 days, they could all read 20/20 without glasses on my program. Wow. Okay. And so they can't say that I picked their, I cheated, because they're the ones that pick the patients. Okay. They were their patients that were legally blind 6, 8, 10, 12 years. They picked them. Yeah. I didn't pick them. Okay. And so the first thing they have to do is get rid of all the bad foods: no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, brown, rye, oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. And then how much does this guy weigh? You know?
He's 90. He's I want to say 160 now. He's
okay. That's close enough. Okay, that's close enough. Yeah. Okay. We don't need a long conversation here. I just need to know a number. Okay. Then he's 90 years old. Does he have any other issues? Does he have diabetes or high blood pressure, arthritis?
He has gout. His heart rate is good. There's a nurse that monitors him every week. But he's definitely wheelchair bound right now.
Okay, is that because of back problems, leg problems, joint?
I believe all his muscles have atrophied.
Okay, so he's got muscle issues.
He's weak. Yeah, he's weak.
Okay, here we go. He's get rid of all the bad foods. Then at 160 pounds, I want him to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, a full dose of everything twice a day. I want him to have 2 bottles of our MSM a month, so he can take 3 with each meal, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 dinner time. And they're designed to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, discs between the vertebrae, bone rings, bone itself, and the macula of the eye, walls of the arteries, walls of the veins. Okay. Yeah. Also the trachea and the bronchi. Most people don't realize it, but your lung has more cartilage in it than your joints in your body, your leg joints. The trachea and the bronchi is all cartilage.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay. So then also the gout he needs to stay away from. In addition to all the bad foods, he needs to stay away from things that have uric acid in it, like shrimp and shellfish, and oysters and clams. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. And then let's see here. I would also have him take the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, take 3 of those 3 times a day. That'll be 3 bottles a month. That'll support and promote healthy blood flow through blocked arteries in the brain, the eyes, and the heart. So that's, we need to go there. And so if he has pain, I'd rather have him use our CM cream topically on any joints that have pain from the gout, as opposed to taking cortisone and prednisone, because that causes damage as a side effect. And so I don't like cortisone and that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's go there. And we also have Vision FX. You can take our Vision FX, which is a add 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month. And then call us every couple of weeks. Let us know what's going on.
Okay, and I had one more question for myself, just, and this is kind of personal, but I'm gonna throw it out there. What can a person do for HPV virus, the human papillomavirus, other than monitoring it with your gynecologist over the years?
Okay, so we're talking about warts, right?
Yes, well, yeah.
Yeah, they're little warty bump things, and they can be in your pelvis, they can be under your arms, it can be in your face, it can be on your legs, it can be anywhere. Okay, and so you do exactly as I said, the same thing. Get rid of all the bad foods. Take the 2 Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month. The MSM, take 3 of those 3 times a day to help rebuild the skin. Then you need also for the papillomavirus. Don't forget to take the colloidal silver orally, but then topically to put on each of the warts. I would use our hand sanitizer. Okay, that can kill the viruses that cause the warts. Okay.
Okay.
HPV virus. And so let's go there.
Okay. All right, sounds good. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, let's hear from you on a regular basis. People want to hear, hey, how did all that stuff go?
Yeah, right. Okay. I'll touch base again. Thank you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Linda. Dr. Wallach, let's just move right on to Lucy. And Lucy, I'm glad that you raised your hand. You had comments where we're actually next. So it's easier when Dr. Wallach can look at you and ask questions about your concerns.
Hello?
Hello. Yes.
Hi, good morning.
How old are you, Lucy?
56.
Okay. And how much you weigh?
190.
Well, how tall are you?
5'6".
At 5'6", I'd like to see you weigh 140. So you need to lose about 50 pounds. Okay. Do you have any other issues? Any high blood pressure, diabetes?
I'm borderline diabetes, but my current issue, I'm going to try to make this quick. I had COVID-19 this past January, COVID-19 pneumonia, really sick, developed a pinched nerve in March. It turned into severe spinal stenosis. I had 3 herniated discs, 2 bulging discs. I received an epidural steroid shot in September, and as a result, I have really bad nerve damage in my right leg. I'm in severe pain all day long.
Okay, now did the doctor say you had something like sciatica or
yes,
peripheral neuropathies, that kind of stuff?
They haven't said peripheral neuropathy. They're kind of ignoring the issue with my right leg. So I'm doing alternative stuff.
Okay. Now, are you coloring your hair? You're wearing a wig, or is that your hair color?
No, I color it. I color it. I have a lot of white.
White?
So
okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Do you have any varicose veins?
No.
No varicose veins in your feet or legs or anything like that?
No, actually, I have one that it's very light, and it's been there for a while, for years.
Okay. Okay.
My right leg.
Okay. Have you ever had a history of hemorrhoids?
No, but 2 years ago, I ruptured an intestine because I strained too hard during a bowel movement.
Okay, you ruptured your intestine. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome, celiac disease, anything like that?
No, I haven't been diagnosed with it. No.
Okay. Do you have any skin problems, any eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
No, not really. But just recently, I'm having a little bit of issues on my arm and my underarm. And that's just recently. Okay.
All right. All right. So a couple of things here. Number one, you get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, bran, oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. There are no such things as gluten-free oats. If somebody wants to try and sell you that, call the police or a crook. Okay, there are no such things as gluten-free oats. And then you need to get 3 boxes a month of our keto bars. The keto bars are a meal replacer. They're not to be added to a meal. They're a meal replacer. So 1 meal a day, it doesn't have to be the same meal every day, but 1 meal a day a keto bar, and a rebound drink. Okay, that'll be one meal. And then I also want you, again, to stay away from all the bad foods. You'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day by doing that. So within 3 months, you should be down to where you need to be.
Okay.
And then you need to stay on all that, okay? Because if you go back to your old ways, within 3 months, you'll be back to where you were, maybe even worse, okay? And so then also, I would have you take 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. The full dose of everything twice a day. I want you to take 2 bottles a month of our MSM. So you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. And they're designed to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone makes your bone cell. Okay. And if you've shrunk an inch or 2 or something like that, you'll regain that because as your discs get thicker, they push the vertebrae apart and you get taller again. Okay.
Okay, I have.
Okay. So yeah, you'll regain that height you've lost. And let's see here. I also want you to take our vitamin D3, take 3 of those twice a day. It's 2 bottles a month. And because you have all this hair issue stuff, I want you to take our hair, skin, and nails, take 3 of those twice a day, hair, skin, and nails. It's the nutrition for skin health, hair, and the hair color will come back so you know you're absorbing. The hair color will come back because it's not an age thing. It's due to a nutritional deficiency. And you can die from a ruptured aortic aneurysm. You can die from a ruptured coronary artery aneurysm. You can die from a ruptured aneurysm in the brain because the same thing that causes white, gray, and silver hair, the same deficiency causes aneurysms. So the hair color is a red warning light. Okay, say you're in danger here. All right. So call us every couple of weeks because your story is going to help a lot of people because your pattern of what you got going on here is very common to Americans, okay?
I appreciate it.
We look forward to hearing from you, Lucy.
All right. Thank you, Lucy. And Dr. Wallach, we have so many hands up. Let's just keep on going. So the next person is PMSTE. Go ahead and unmute yourself, please. You're on live with Dr. Wallach.
I'm Patty. Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Patty.
Patty?
Yep.
Okay, that's easy enough. All right. And where are you from?
Boston.
Boston, Mass. Okay. And are you coloring your hair?
Yes.
Okay.
I just listened to the lady before me.
Okay, so how can we help you?
For my physical, I go once or twice a year. I hardly ever get sick, but my doctor does not like my cholesterol and constantly brings up statins.
No,
and
you should not. You should not take statin drugs.
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Cholesterol does not cause any disease. Cholesterol makes up 75% of your brain weight. Cholesterol makes up 95% of the weight of female hormones and male hormones. So Alzheimer's disease did not exist until they came up with statin drugs to lower cholesterol. Now, there's lots of dementias, senile dementia, that kind of stuff, forgetfulness. But the specific disease actually did not occur. Alzheimer's disease did not occur until they came up with statin drugs to lower your cholesterol so low. You got a cholesterol deficiency, and that's why people get Alzheimer's. You get off of the statin drugs, you eat 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolks. Hard-boiled eggs don't count, and fried eggs will cause cancer. So you want soft poached, soft yolk, soft boiled, soft yolk, soft scrambled in butter, runny. And let's see, how much do you weigh here, Patty?
I'm 160.
160.
5'4" inches. What?
Okay.
160.
Okay, 5'4". Now, did you have any other issues you wanted me to talk about for you?
I do have blood pressure. I've been on medication, but it's been in control for about 15 years. I'd like to go off that.
Okay.
But that's it. I'm not on anything else.
Okay. Good. All right. So none of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat bran, rhinos, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. I want you to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. I want you to get 1 bottle a month of our MSM, so you can take 3 of those twice a day. and they will support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone mixture, bone itself. And then for the high blood pressure issue, I want you to get 2 bottles a month of our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. And don't cold turkey off your medication for your high blood pressure. But as your blood pressure begins to come down even more, you can slowly reduce the medication based on the numbers, okay? So it might take you 6 to 8 weeks to get off your medication and be high blood pressure free. As it happens very quickly because it's a very simple nutritional deficiency disease. And we deal with this literally millions of times a month all over the world, okay? Your hair color will come back if you do what I say. And so that way you know that you're absorbing, because losing hair color is not an aging thing, it's a nutritional deficiency. You take the nutrients, the hair color comes back. Okay.
Sounds good.
We look forward to hearing from you, Patty.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
You bet.
All right. Thank you so much, Patty. Now, Dr. Wallach, we've got a question in the comments here. And the question is, we've got somebody who has this is from Tammy, and Tammy is up with her hand. So Tammy, go ahead and unmute. And if you can turn your camera on, that would be fabulous. We can add you to the spotlight.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, hi, awesome. Good morning. This is the little one.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this your baby or grandbaby?
That's my grandbaby.
Okay.
So when she was born, she was 3 pounds, 11 ounces. She's up to 4 pounds, 12 ounces now at a month. So the doctors wanted her to supplement the breast milk that my daughter pumps, and they wanted her to supplement breast milk with formula. And I've read the ingredients on the formula, and I'm not real crazy about it. So I'm just wondering what they want her to have more calories because they want her to, grow and kind of catch up to where they think she's going to be because she's so tiny. So I was just curious what recommendations you would have.
Okay, so the mother's supposed to breast pump milk and then add stuff to it for calories as well as nutrition. Right. Okay. So we have Kids Toddy. It's a liquid, tastes good. Kids Toddy. The weight dosage directions are in the upper right-hand corner of the label on the back of the bottle. So you just have to extrapolate based on the body weight, right? Okay. Kids Toddy. We do this a lot. Okay. Then also the baby's going to want our Cherry Min, same thing. It's a liquid, all these plant minerals, which the kid needs. And then don't forget the EFAs. The doctors always leave out the EFAs because they will prevent blood clots and they will prevent stroke and all that kind of stuff. Okay. And also help the immune system. The EFAs, how much does a baby weigh now?
She's 4 pounds, 12 ounces.
Okay, so she could I'd have her take 1 EFA at breakfast and 1 EFA plus at dinner time. Okay, you're going to have to puncture them and squeeze the liquid in this little formula you're making. Okay. Okay. They're liquid and soft gel capsules, easy to puncture and squirt the liquid into the drink. Okay. Okay. And let's go with that. That's going to provide a few calories, but it's also going to provide 215 nutrients. Okay. Okay.
So the minerals does it show per weight, or it's with on the minerals? You just extrapolate her weight from what's on the bottle.
Yeah, and so basically it's going to say it's 1 ounce per 100 pounds of body weight. Right. Okay. So you're going to start out with a couple of droppers full, or maybe not a couple of droppers full, but a couple of drops. Start out with say two. Start out with 2 drops.
Couple drops.
Yeah. Start with a couple of drops.
And so you would, so that doesn't really necessarily add calories that they're looking for, but it adds all the nutrition they're looking for, or do the omegas have the calories they're looking for?
Well, no, don't depend on the omegas for the calories. Okay. 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 What you want to do for the calories, again, this is where milk comes in. Okay. Or cream. I would use cream because there's a lot of, use heavy cream.
Right. Okay. Right. That kind of, I was thinking better, but you're right. Heavy cream would have high calories and it would be liquid.
Liquid. Yep. There you go.
One more question. I know you said the kid's toddy, but could the same thing be done with like the Tangy Tangerine, or is that a bad idea?
Well, the Tangy Tangerine is powder.
Yeah, but it dissolves really easy.
Yes. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, you can use it. You can use the Tangy Tangerine, sure, powder.
Because that's what mom takes. So my daughter takes the
Tangy Tangerine.
So we have that.
Okay, good. So she can just add half a teaspoon.
Extrapolate. Yeah, I say extrapolate from the weight. So the Tangy Tangerine is a serving per 100 pounds. Just extrapolate. So a tenth of a serving, basically, for a baby.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. All right. That was my main. I do have one other question. You're talking about the absorbing. Back to your last two calls, and absorbing minerals. I'm pretty good about taking most of what you would generally recommend. And I've been taking it for a while, but I still have I don't have it now because I just colored my hair, but I still have the gray, the gray coming in around the face. So it makes me think I'm not absorbing it, and I'm not sure.
Okay, well, there's other things going on here. Are you taking the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack?
Yeah, so I'm taking most of the time two a day, and I do take some extra the minerals, and I do have the liquid minerals as well.
Okay, well, here's what I want you to add. Okay, now in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, there's going to be a bottle of our selenium with the 5 cofactors in it. I want you to get another bottle of our selenium because I want you to take 3 of our selenium twice a day. Because one of those cofactors is what's missing when you have white, gray, and silver hair. Okay, so up the selenium. And as you said, 3 twice a day. Okay. Yep. I will do that. Thank you. And by the way, so I should give a quick testimony too. So I do still have some issues going on, but I've been taking your products probably close to a year now, and I'm way healthier. I'm not having the skin reactions like I was having, just have a lot more energy. And so, yeah, I'm really happy with your products, and thank you very much. Okay, well, thank you for the testimony. You're going to help a lot of people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tammy. And I love having people come on with questions that we don't hear every day, Dr. Wallach, with the baby. So important. Great information shared there, Dr. Wallach. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, our babies are our future America.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. So let's go to a question that came in through email. And so Arturo is type 2 diabetic, suffers from gastritis, rapid heart rate, high cholesterol, headaches, nausea, to name a few of the symptoms has going on. I feel all these problems go hand in hand, but I'm having such a hard time feeling good. I'm 6 foot, 230 pounds, and I'm a truck driver, so I don't exercise very much. And any help that you can provide is greatly appreciated.
Okay.
And I believe he's 38 years old.
Okay, but the main thing is he's 230 pounds, he's 6 foot tall. And basically, I deal a lot with truckers, as you can imagine. And so all over the world, 60 different countries. And so he needs to get rid of all the bad foods. And it's not difficult, but you have to be aware. Okay, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no rhinos, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even that one's got to go. He could take 2 or 3 of our rebound drinks a day. I wouldn't take him after 4 or 5 o'clock unless he's driving at night and wants to stay awake. Okay. But he needs 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month, a full dose, everything twice a day. He needs to get 2 bottles a month of the MSM, so he can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time, and they're going to support and promote maintenance and repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, so forth. We also want him to have our, let's see here, Ultimate Daily Classic. I'd have him take 3 bottles a month of that, so he can take 3 with each meal. That's going to support and promote the healthy heart rate, healthy heartbeat, healthy blood flow through blocked arteries, and support healthy blood pressure. If he's on medication, don't cold turkey off the medication for that. Then let's see here, he's a pre-diabetic. I have here, is that correct? Pre-diabetic?
He's type 2 diabetic.
Type 2 diabetic, okay. Then he needs, I'd have him take, start out with 2 bottles a month of our sweeties, so he could take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. Don't cold turkey off his medication. But as his blood sugar drops, he can slowly reduce his medication based on the numbers. And usually within 2 to 6 weeks, he'll be an ex-diabetic. this happens very quickly. And of course, the nausea can go from low blood sugar when he's taking his medication. It can drive his blood sugar too low. It can cause nausea. Okay, the headaches can be caused by low blood sugar. And so let's start here. Also, I would throw in, since he's not exercising much, I would throw in the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 2 bottles of that a month, so he can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. And that's going to support healthy blood flow through blocked arteries and support healthy blood pressure. And so let's go with those things, and let's hear from him every couple of weeks.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. Let's go to the next hand that it is up. And Barbara. Barbara, go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh,
Rebecca, it is top of the hour.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is. Let's take 5 minutes. Sorry, Barbara. We will have you first up as soon as we get back from the break. Thank you, Ruth Ellen. So everybody stand by. This first hour has gone by so quickly, so much information that's been shared. I hope that you are able to take notes. And if you cannot write as fast as Dr. Wallach shares the information, make sure you go to askdoclive.com. We have all of our replays that are posted there, so you can go back and listen and stop it and write down the information you need to, and then press play again to continue. So everybody, get up, stretch, refill your cup, make sure you are staying hydrated. And if you have some Beyond Tangy Tangerine, make sure that's in your water, or the plant-derived minerals, whether it's the plain, the cherry mints, the strawberry kiwi mints, doesn't matter. Let's get those minerals into your body. We will be right back. All right, thank you everybody for sticking with us through that break. We appreciate you giving us the opportunity to do that. As these hours are going by, so much information is being shared, and I love the fact that we are able to be a resource to you. So use this information, whether it's going to be to help yourself, be empowered to help yourself, help your family, help your community. There's so many people that are hurting needlessly when it comes to poor health, because through Dr. Wallach's research, there's been over 600 different diseases that have been linked to nutritional deficiencies. So what happens whenever you work on changing those nutritional deficiencies so that they're no longer deficient? The body has what it needs in order to build and generate healthier and healthier cells. And that's throughout the body. So I love the fact, from my personal experience, I know it works. And as a certified holistic health coach and helping a lot of people, I love it. It's working for them as well. So if you take the products, especially if you take them as Dr. Wallach recommends, there's no way that you cannot experience a positive benefit from taking the essential nutrients. So I think Dr. Wallach will say, yes, I agree on that. Go ahead and unmute Dr. Wallach, and welcome back to Ask Doc Live.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
We hear you absolutely perfect, Dr. Wallach.
Okay, let's get fired up and go.
Yes, so let's go to Barbara. And Barbara, adding you to the spotlight, you are unmuted and live with Dr. Wallach. Oh wait, go ahead and unmute. Now it shows that you're muted again. There you go. Perfect.
Hello, Dr. Wallach.
Hi.
My name is Teddy Bear. I'm a 4-year-old, 20-pound Schnauzer / poodle. And I'd like to know if I can take my mom's Tangy Tangerine and EFAs. I already know about Arthrodex and Perpetual. Really like to take her stuff. I like her stuff.
You can take her stuff and she can take your stuff.
In what dosage for 20 pounds? And I have 2 pups, so they're both about 20.
Okay. Well, you mix up a drink, correct?
Yes.
Liquid, okay. So what I would do, I would start out by giving this 20-pound dog, let's see, what is the volume of your drink when you put it together?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
probably about 10 ounces of water.
Okay, well, I would start out with 1 ounce twice a day.
I also, to that Tangy Tangerine, I add, it's liquid. Actually, it's liquid. I take the liquid. So it's 2 capfuls in a dose. And I also add the liquid.
Don't forget the EFAs. Yeah, I'd give each puppy dog 1 EFA at breakfast and 1 EFA plus at dinner time.
Okay. I also add to my Tangy Tangerine the arthro, what is it?
OsteoFX.
Yes, OsteoFX to my drink, and I add collagen protein to my drink. Can they have an ounce of total of that?
Do your dogs have bones and cartilage? That answers that question, doesn't it?
Okay. So 1 ounce. And what's the difference for me? What's the difference between collagen peptides and collagen protein?
Okay, well, collagen peptides come from 4 different animal groups: fish, poultry, sheep, and beef. Collagen protein comes from beef.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
You bet. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Barbara, and your little friend. Next, Dr. Wallach, let's go to another email that came in. And so this is coming from a school teacher, so she's not able to join us. And we just love our school teachers and love the fact that they're taking this information, because since they're teaching, I mean, there's more that they can teach and share. But she currently has become very, very sensitive to taking the supplements. Everything that she puts in her body, she has sensitivity to, in having headaches, sinus pressure, hives, and she has taken the Tangy Tangerine and the MSM, and she knows that she has a sensitivity to sulfa. So she's wondering what she can do to get rid of having this allergic reaction to everything. But also she has osteoporosis, and she knows what your protocol is. She wants to know, how can she take these products without having these sensitivities? The only pharmaceutical she's on is for thyroid.
I'm sorry, say what about the thyroid?
She's on a pharmaceutical for thyroid.
Oh, okay.
She's
so she's 100 and what?
135 pounds at 5'4".
Okay, so she needs to add our 3 of our Ocean's Gold twice a day. She may want to start out with 3 once a day to start out, but work towards 3 twice a day. She also needs to take our Fucoid Z, 3 of those twice a day. Okay, that'll be 2 bottles a month. Each of those products are primarily for the thyroid gland and the bone marrow. And usually when people have all these kind of reactions, it's because of what they're eating. It's not the supplements. You cannot be allergic to oxygen. You cannot be allergic to water. You cannot be allergic to these essential nutrients. So what's happening here is she may be buying some oatmeal that somebody's telling her that is gluten-free oatmeal. There is no such thing as gluten-free oatmeal. None of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, no oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go because it's the carbonation to get you in trouble. And so she can go to www.drjwallach.com, www.drjwallach.com, and learn how to get rid of all these bad foods. We do have a wonderful new book out. It's called Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. And so people had asked me about recipes for like 20 years, and I never had the time to deal with it. And then we had a 3-year study up in Eastern Canada with 3 professional chefs and myself. And the data was so great, we put it into a book called Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. And it's one of our biggest sellers right now because people have been asking for those recipes. There's 300 pages. You're going to get your money's worth on this one, 300 pages of safe recipes. Get rid of the bad stuff, and then you won't have any reactions.
right. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach, on that. Let's go to the next hand up. And Robert, go ahead and unmute yourself. You're on live with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me pretty good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Dr. Wallach, thank you for having me go to these doctors about this prostate issue. Then I'm going to ask you about my eyeballs. But on the prostate thing, they wanted to do a biopsy, of course, and I got worried about that. And so you told me to ask them about non-radiation screening, and they proved that I don't like doctors much. Because one of the guys didn't even know what I was talking about. He said, "What's a non-radiation screen?" And I said, "Well, give me another doctor and I'll talk to him." And he said, "Well, that's the same as an MRI." And I want to ask you, is that the same as whatever an MRI is? Is that the same thing?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to see what they're talking about, because we want to see a non-radiation screen. There's 2 or 3 of them, okay? A non-radiation screen.
Right. And he says, well, MRI is the same thing, this other doctor said. So if they're just...
Well, get confirmation of that.
Huh?
Get confirmation of that from another doctor.
Oh, boy. Yeah, these guys are something else. Okay, I'll do that. And then as far as eyes are concerned, this... diabetic type 2 thing, my eyes seem to be getting a little bit more blurry as time goes on, and at night driving when the bright lights are bad for me. So what can I take to help my eyeballs out here?
Okay, how much do you weigh, Robert?
I'm 6 foot 195.
Okay, do you have any ringing in your ears?
Yep.
Tinnitus, okay. Do you have any hiccups? Do you have any hiccups?
No.
Okay, do you have any irregular heartbeat or fast heart rate?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, tinnitus, ringing in the ears, is caused by osteoporosis of the skull, where the skull is squeezing the auditory branch of the 8th cranial nerve. When you get vision problems, or gradual, blurriness and that sort of stuff, it could be due to the skull squeezing the optic nerve, ONA, optic nerve atrophy. That's a possibility.
Okay.
Also, do you ever get sleepy? Do you fall asleep, say, a half hour, an hour after meals watching TV?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay, yeah, you can have hypoglycemia also, reactive hypoglycemia. So a half hour to an hour after you eat, your blood sugar is dropping like a rock. And that's why you get vision problems and you get sleepy and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And so at 195 pounds, you need to get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, brown, rye, and oats. And then I would make sure that you're getting your body weight. I want you to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. You may be doing some of this already, but for our listeners also, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. You need 2 bottles a month of our MSM, so you can take 3 with each meal. And they will support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone, makes your bone itself. And then that might deal with the eyeball problem. Also the prostate problem, because a lot of times, do you get up in the night to urinate a lot? Is that why they're saying you have a prostate problem?
Well, not only that, it's strange. A month ago, maybe 2 months ago, they called and said, "Hey, your PSA numbers are down below 25. You're doing pretty good, so we're just going to leave you alone." A month later, maybe 2 months later, they say, "Oh my goodness, you're up to number 38 or getting close to 40. You got to come in and get a biopsy. We think you might have got cancer." And that's not right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, do you have any low back problems?
No.
Do you have any peripheral neuropathies, any pain, numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet or toes or anything like that?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's called, you have a low back problem, okay? And so what happens is the back, your vertebrae get closer together and they squeeze the nerves, sciatica, right? Sciatica, they squeeze the nerves that control your legs and your feet, and also your urinary bladder. And so when it squeezes those nerves that control the urinary bladder, the doctors want to blame it on the thyroid so they can take your thyroid out. See, women are lucky. They don't have a thyroid gland. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so, but they want to pick on you guys. Okay. And so I would go with the MSM, 3 of those 3 times a day. That's 2 bottles a month. Go with the vitamin D3, take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. Okay. Don't forget the collagen peptides. Take a scoop at breakfast in your drink. Take a scoop at dinner time in your drink of our collagen peptides. It's a great powder, and it'll rebuild your disc. It'll take the pressure off those nerves. And usually, I don't want to give you. We have all kinds of prostate stuff until we find out and make sure there's no cancer. I don't want to give you anything for the prostate, okay? Because I think it's your back squeezing the nerves to control the bladder. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I'll go ahead and get that and try to get a doctor that has enough sense to tell me what an MRI is. And then, because next week I'm supposed to go in for that MRI because just in case it was the same as a radiation, non-screening radiation, I went on and set the appointment for the 8th of, what's that, Wednesday? The 8th.
Well, just ask Siri. Just ask Siri. Hey, Siri, does an MRI have radiation?
Okay. Well, I'm on it. Okay. All right.
Siri's pretty smart.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Now, Dr. Wallach, the next question is coming from the chat, and Susan is asking a question for Alex. Alex is 33, 5 foot 4 inches, 201 pounds. It is female Alex. With MCTD, and in question mark, fibromyalgia, is taking a high dosage of ibuprofen plus Tylenol twice a day for pain. Dr. Wallach, what would you recommend for Alex?
Okay, the doctor needs to go to jail. Okay, because this is a nutritional deficiency. Fibromyalgia is another name for, all kinds of stuff going on with the connective tissue, tendons, ligaments, disc between the vertebrae, muscle issues, that kind of stuff. So at 201 pounds, I want Alex to get rid of all the bad foods: no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, bran, rye, oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. And then 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day, 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, 2 full doses a day. Then I want them to have 2 bottles a month of our MSM, so I can take 3 with each meal, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch or dinner time. And that combination is going to help support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, discs between the vertebrae, bone, makes your bone itself, and all the connective tissue in the muscles, in the muscles. But also I would throw in, let's see here, I would also throw in the collagen peptides, a scoop in his drink in the morning and a scoop in his drink in the evening. And it has collagen peptides from fish, poultry, sheep, and beef in that product. I take a scoop twice a day myself. I only weigh 142 pounds myself. But this is what makes your skin look like you're 50 years old when you're 83. This is what makes your arteries happy. This is what makes your veins happy. This is what makes your joints and your cartilage and your disc between your vertebrae happy, okay? Makes all your muscles happy. Also makes your lungs happy. Most people don't realize how much cartilage there is in lungs. Your trachea is almost 100% cartilage. Your bronchi is almost 100% cartilage. And then the bronchioles, all those little tubes that control or bring air into the clusters of little cells that absorb the oxygen and give off the carbon dioxide. It's all cartilage. And so probably 85 to 90% of lung weight, other than water, is cartilage, okay? And so this is going to help you a lot.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Wallach. So one thing I want to add to that with the collagen, it also helps your skin with elasticity, so that after losing 100 pounds, you don't have a whole bunch of excess skin that you're wanting to have surgically removed.
There you go.
So I've been taking the glucogel, Dr. Wallach, for 6 years, added in the collagen peptides when we added those to our line of products. So I've got the plain that I put in my tea every day. I've got the hair, skin, and nails that I mix up. I've got the collagen peptides joint formula. I love them. They taste good. And you can add them to anything. I even put the joint health in with my Beyond Tangy Tangerine.
See, are you older than 18? Are you older than 18?
Oh, I'm about, 3 decades over. 8, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you look like you're 20 years old.
Well, thank you, Dr. Wallach. Remind me to give you a hug the next time I see you.
Okay. I accept. Okay.
Awesome. Now I have another question coming in, and somebody wants to know, can they add plant-derived minerals in with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine?
Yes.
So they just wanted to make sure they weren't getting too many minerals all at once. And
I do.
Want to make sure they do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I do as well. It's just a question I know I've had several people ask and wanted to make sure we got that answered on the air. So let's go ahead and go to the next hand that is up. And James, if you could unmute yourself, and if you can turn your camera on, we can add you to the spotlight here so Dr. Wallach can see you and get your questions answered. James, are you still with us? Okay, let's go to the next person there's James. All right, thank you so much, James. Go ahead and unmute yourself. You're on live with Dr. Wallach.
Yeah, actually, this was not for me. It's for somebody. I'm not sure Dr. Wallach can help with the situation. They're incarcerated and they have a lot of medical problems. They have advanced dementia, advanced Parkinson's, and they have the HIV for many years. Is there any kind of way this individual can get some vitamin packets from Dr. Wallach to help himself out?
You have to ask the managers of the prison he's in.
Say it again?
You have to ask the people who are running the prison he's in. They're the ones who are going to control whether he can have vitamins and minerals. If they say yes, then I'll give you a program.
Okay. Don't they need like a letter of recommendation from you to allow the vitamins?
No. They have a what should I say? They have a system of rules.
Right.
Nothing comes in this prison.
Right. Yeah. They tell me they already have 6 approved vendors for vitamin supplements, is what they say.
They have 6. They have 6 what?
Approved vendors that sell vitamins to the prison facility.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we're one of them. So you have to ask.
No, I don't think Longevity Incorporated is on there. That's why I was saying, is there any way we can get this individual person some vitamins in there from your Longevity International?
If we're not approved, then the answer is no. So that's the first
okay.
thing.
So the approval has to come from them.
Yeah.
Okay. No, all right, then I'll get back to
once they say yes, then we'll go full bore. But we can't say, okay, we're sending these in. They'll just stack up in the front office until some dog hauls them off.
Right. Okay, I'll get back with the administration at the Department of Corrections there and see if we can get them approved.
Okay,
and then
good.
I'll get back with you.
Thank you so
much for your time.
You bet.
Okay, sir. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, James. And yes, coming from the Department of Corrections myself, they do have to be coming from an approved vendor. And there is a form that can be filled out that can be submitted to get Longevity as an approved vendor. And that could be a project you could work on, James, help get more information to people around the world, no matter where they are. Let's go to the next hand up. And Telfilo, I hope I'm saying that right. Go ahead and unmute yourself. You're on live with Dr. Wallach.
Yeah, you got it pretty close.
Perfect.
So what is your name?
Teofilo.
I apologize. Could you repeat that?
Teofilo.
Shiloh.
Teofilo.
Okay. Okay, how can we help you?
I'm 188 pounds, 5'10", age 62. I've got chronic ankle and foot pain, which I believe I'm told is from arthritis and gout. And I've got central canal lumbar stenosis for about 2.5 centimeters and neuropathy. So I am hard to get out of bed in the morning to walk.
Okay. Do you have any high blood pressure or diabetes?
No, I don't.
Do you have any irregular heartbeat?
No.
Do you have any ringing in your ears?
No.
Do you have any balance problems?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything going on in your hands and wrists and fingers?
No, I don't. It's all lower extremity stuff.
Okay, from the waist down kind of thing. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, this would be called sciatica or peripheral neuropathies or a combination of that. Could throw in fibromyalgia, you know, all kinds of stuff going on there. So at 188 pounds, none of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat bran, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. And then I want you to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, the full dose, everything twice a day. Then I want you to get 2 bottles a month of our MSM, so you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. And they're going to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between a vertebrae, bone breaks your bone itself, including the skull and your vertebrae and your pelvis and your hips and knees and shoulders and all that kind of stuff, your low back. All this will regrow, just looking for food, okay? And then you need the collagen peptides, a scoop of that at breakfast in the morning in your drink, a scoop of it in your drink at night. You want vitamin D3, 3 of those twice a day. And let's see here. Let's just go with that. That's a good start. And give us a call every couple of weeks because you're going to have a great testimony. You do have some gray hair there, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you have any varicose veins or spider veins, anything like that in your feet or legs?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, white hair has nothing to do with age. It's actually due to a nutritional deficiency. And those nutrients that cause deficiency, those nutrients are in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. So I want you to take 2 of those. That's why I said 2 right away. 2 bottles a month, so you can take a full dose of everything twice a day of the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. And your hair color will start coming back. Right. And then you know you're absorbing because the hair color very quickly responds to those nutrients when you start taking them in. Okay. And let's see, I think we've covered all the rest of the stuff. Wouldn't hurt also to throw in a scoop of the Beyond Osteo FX at breakfast and a scoop of the Beyond Osteo FX at dinner time also. That's going to give you a little bit more calcium. Okay. Give us a call every couple of weeks and you're going to have a great testimony.
All right. Thank you very much.
You bet.
All right. Thank you, Teofilo. Sorry. All right. Let's go to the next. It's actually the next chat and also the next hand. So, Chris, go ahead and unmute yourself. You are on live with Dr. Wallach. There you go.
Okay. I unmuted, but I don't see my picture.
I just see the top of your head.
Oh, that's good.
How can we help you?
Well, okay. Here's what I wrote in the chat. Sorry, I had a couple strokes. Okay. I weigh 210 pounds. I'm 5'6". I'm 71, just turned 71 in August. Health concerns are I've had 3 transient ischemic attacks, one right after the other in the same evening. 11 months ago, I had to retire immediately. Before that, I had been a program manager, had a very responsible job. Now I'm just toast. My symptoms are poor balance, memory loss and confusion, extreme exhaustion. Sometimes all I can do is sit on the couch all day and fall asleep. And I'm just discouraged with life in general.
Okay, very simple stuff here. Do you have any ringing in your ears, any tinnitus or ringing in the ears?
Every once in a while, I've noticed that.
Okay, do you have any hiccups?
No.
Do you have any fast heart rate or irregular heart rate?
Sometimes the left side of my chest aches, but I think it's because I'm slumping, because when I straighten it up my shoulders, it stops.
Okay. Let's see here. Do you have any back or joint problems?
Yes, I've taken 3 falls. I think I hit my tailbone and that part of my body still hurts. Just the bottom of my spine.
Okay. All right. Here we go. This is all very simple nutritional deficiency stuff. So you need to get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, butter, rye, and oats. There are no such things as gluten-free oats. Absolutely no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet ones got to go. At 210 pounds, I want you to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, a full dose, everything twice a day. I want you also to, let's see here. I want you to get 2 bottles a month of our MSM, so you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. And they're going to support and promote maintenance, repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone makes your bone itself, rebuild all that stuff. I want you to get 2 bottles a month of our vitamins D3, so you can take 3 twice a day. I want you to get the collagen peptides, so you can take a scoop at breakfast, scoop at dinner time. That's going to rebuild cartilage and ligaments and tendons and connective tissue and disc between the vertebrae. I also want you to get our ultimate, let's see here, our ultimate, well, let's go, excuse me, Beyond Osteo, there you go, Beyond Osteo FX. Beyond Osteo FX, I want you to take a scoop of that twice a day, okay? And that's going to give you what you need there. I would also, because you have things going on in your brain and memory and stuff like that, I think you said, yes. Do you have any diabetes or high blood pressure?
Every time I've gone to the emergency room, they wanted me to take high blood pressure medicine, and I have a bad record with MD, so I refused. And they reported me and put it in my record that I'm belligerent and won't follow instructions.
Okay, so what I want you to do is get 2 bottles a month of our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time, and they will support healthy blood pressure and healthy blood flow through blocked arteries in your brain, in your coronary arteries, in your heart, and your kidneys. And then give us a call every couple of weeks, and we'll walk you through this, because you're going to have a very, very good testimony.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, Chris.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Chris. So Dr. Wallach, let's go to the next hand up, which is again the next question also, and that's Jeanette. Jeanette, go ahead and unmute yourself. If you're able to come on with camera, that would be fabulous. Oh, she was unmuted. Try again, Jeanette. Oh, Jeanette's not coming unmuted, so let's go to the next.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead. Okay,
I'm actually asking for a friend of mine. He had a motorcycle accident. He has complex regional pain syndrome on his right foot.
Okay, does he have a back issue?
Only from being out of balance slightly, because I have a shorter left leg.
Okay, how much do you weigh, sir?
I weigh 155. I'm 5'9", and I'm age 58.
Okay, any other issues? Any high blood pressure, diabetes?
I have a little bit of high blood pressure. I've got some tinnitus.
And you do have some tinnitus, okay.
Yeah, probably from the high blood pressure.
Okay, did you have the tinnitus before the accident?
I've had it since I was younger from too much rock music.
I doubt that, but okay. You can even have osteoporosis of the skull when you're a fetus, because osteoporosis of the skull is not an aging thing. It has to do with nutritional deficiencies. Okay. So if your mama was not getting vitamins and minerals and you were born, with osteoporosis of the skull, that would cause a lot of this to you as an infant. Okay. So here we go. I'm hearing a lot of background noise, shuffling of boxes or pages or something, and some talking. Any rate, none of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, barley, rye, oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet ones got to go. And then at, let's see here, 155 pounds, I want you to take 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. I want you to get 2 bottles a month of our MSM, so you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. And they're designed to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, discs between the vertebrae, bone makes a bone itself. It can relieve an enormous amount of pain from the neck down, okay? Also from the neck up, it'll help with that tinnitus or tinnitus, however you want to pronounce it. You also need the collagen peptides. Take a scoop of that at breakfast in your drink and a scoop in your drink at nighttime. The collagen peptides. Also, the ultimate, let's see here, excuse me, the Beyond OsteoFX, take a scoop of that at breakfast, a scoop of that at bedtime, or excuse me, at dinner time. And then the high blood pressure, I want you to don't cold turkey off your medication if you're on medication for the high blood pressure. But I do want you to take 2 bottles a month of our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. That'll support healthy blood pressure. It will support healthy blood flow through blocked arteries in the brain, the heart, and also in the kidneys. And high blood pressure a lot of times has to do with blocked arteries in the kidneys. The kidney will release a hormone called renin, which drives the blood pressure up so they can drive more blood into the kidneys for the kidney to filter. But this goes away very quickly. You're not on dialysis or anything like that, are you, sir?
I had to mute him.
Okay.
I can come unmute.
Okay, we can go on. He heard me.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Wallach.
Oh, have you ever had to have dialysis, or the doctors recommended dialysis for you?
They're not coming unmuted.
Okay, let's go on to the next one.
Sorry, we were on mute.
Oh,
okay.
We'll have to talk to him. Okay, thanks.
Okay, go ahead. His question, have you ever been on dialysis or on dialysis?
No.
Okay, good. No problem then.
I do smoke cigars and have nicotine in my system.
Okay, well, it'll be best if you kind of wind back on the, chew your cigars, don't smoke them.
Okay.
Okie doke.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Dr. Wallach, if you could turn your camera back on, something happened there.
No, there's somebody trying to get a hold of me. So
okay. There we go. All right, well, let's go to the next question that I have through email here. And Don is writing in. He says, my wife has gout in her knees and feet and some in her hands. What can she do to cure that or help with it? I heard you on Coast to Coast last night. I always enjoy listening to you, and just wants to know, he didn't include any age or weight or anything.
Okay, we'll just go by 100 pounds. Okay, gout is a uric acid problem. Okay, so his wife, per 100 pounds of body weight, she needs to get rid of all the bad foods: no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, rye, oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go, and she's got to get rid of all of the uric acid containing foods, which can include shellfish, like oysters and clams and crabs and lobster and that sort of stuff. All that's got to go. Shrimp, they all have to go because they're just loaded with uric acid, and that's where gout comes from. Then per 100 pounds of body weight, 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month. Okay, and then also per 100 pounds of body weight, 1 bottle a month of the MSM. Take 3 of those twice a day per 100 pounds of body weight to help rebuild the joints, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, that kind of stuff. I would throw in, let's see here, I would throw in the Beyond OsteoFX. Beyond OsteoFX, I'll have to check and see if the collagen peptides has any uric acid. I know we have fish in there, so I don't know if there's any uric acid type fish in there. I'll have to check that out. But none of the bad foods, including all of the uric acid containing foods. And then of course we have the CM cream and the trauma oil to add topically to the joints.
All right. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is, so the original Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the liquid osteo X is part of our shellfish-free healthy body pack. So
there you go.
So adding that would be a benefit to helping to reduce the uric acid.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to our next hand that is up, and Rainey. Go ahead and unmute yourself. You are on live with Dr. Wallach.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, is it Rainy?
Rain.
Rain.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Rain.
Okay. I'm calling about myself. I went to primary care recently for another problem, but they told me that my blood pressure was elevated. And of course, they want to start me on blood pressure medications. I try to stay away from all medications if possible. My weight is 187. I'm 5'5". I know I'm like 40 pounds over my ideal weight because that's what I was before. And I'm 57, and I'm starting with the silver, the white, the grayish around the edges. So I want to know what I can do. Okay.
None of the bad foods, right? No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, bran, rhinos, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. And then 187 pounds, I want you to take 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. I want you to get 2 bottles a month of our MSM, so you can take 3 with each meal, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. And then lastly, because of the high blood pressure, I want you to take 2 bottles a month of our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 at breakfast and 3 at dinner time. And they will support and promote maintenance, repair, cartilage, ligaments, tendons. They will support and promote healthy blood pressure. They will support healthy blood flow through blocked arteries in your brain, your heart, and your kidneys, which is a big problem. If you get blocked arteries in the kidneys, it's kind of a circle. What happens is the kidneys will release a hormone called renin, which causes the blood pressure to go up. If you're on blood pressure medication, do not cold turkey off your medication. But as your blood pressure drops, you can slowly reduce the medication based on the numbers, okay? So this will happen pretty quickly.
Okay, I haven't started taking it. I'm supposed to pick it up today. So go ahead and start taking it and then get the other.
That's correct.
Okay. For breakfast and dinner. Okay. All right, let me just get this. So the healthy heart.
Okay, no. Okay, look, we don't go over everything 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
You can call back in, and they, when they post this, it'll all be, online. It's on there forever. Okay. I don't. If I started repeating everybody's orders, we'd only talk to 2 people a day.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Rain. So Dr. Wallach, we've got a question here that has to do with cholesterol. Okay, so medical society says cholesterol is bad. We say cholesterol is good. Can you give us some little more clarity when it comes to cholesterol?
Okay, cholesterol does not cause blockages in your arteries. Cholesterol makes up 75% of your brain weight. When they came up with statin drugs to lower your cholesterol because they mistakenly thought that the plaque in your arteries is due to cholesterol, they created a new brain disease called Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease did not exist. There was memory problem disease, like, senile dementia, that kind of stuff. But there was no Alzheimer's disease until they came up with statin drugs to lower your cholesterol. So, again, 75% of your brain weight is cholesterol. And then even more importantly, 95% of your hormone rate of estrogen or testosterone is cholesterol. You get on a statin drug, suddenly now you become an asexual person, okay? You become just an it, okay? And so the doctors have it all wrong there. So you want to eat 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolks. And if a doctor tells you to stop eating eggs and stop eating animal fat, excuse yourself and say, I'm going to find another doctor because, you're really in the wrong place, and go away, because they create patients for themselves by putting them on statin drugs. So what causes plaque in the arteries? Fried foods, processed meats, oils, okay, glutens. And that's why I say get rid of those things. But you need 3 eggs twice a day. and memory comes back as long as you're taking your 90 essential nutrients. Of course, you want to take the Zera test for guys and Zerafem for girls, taking your eggs, and you'll have a wonderful sex life.
All right. So yeah, cholesterol is more than what they want you to think, people. We need cholesterol. When Dr. Wallach says it makes you an it, well, cholesterol supports the function of testosterone and the function of the creation of, right? Is it testosterone and estrogen?
Yeah, both. Absolutely.
So
girlies need it for girly things, and boys need it for boy things.
Yeah, and the body makes cholesterol. So why would you want to stop the body from making something that it was designed to do?
Yeah, see, it was a great source of income for doctors when they came out with those statin drugs, because it created all these diseases. Okay, sexual problems, memory problems. It's a mess.
So for somebody, Dr. Wallach, that's already on a statin drug, and there's several different names, they all include statin in the name of them, what would you recommend as far as weaning themselves off? Or
well, what you don't cold turkey off of it. What you do is you say drop it by 10% for a couple of weeks. See what happens. If no problems, okay, nothing going on, then you drop it by another 10% for a couple of weeks, and it might take 3 months to wean off of your statin drugs, which are designed to lower your cholesterol and create patients for doctors.
Yeah, let's not create any more patients for doctors. And Dr. Wallach, Ruth Ellen has a question for you, and then John T has a question for you also. So Ruth Ellen, go ahead and unmute yourself. You're on live with Dr. Wallach.
Hi, Doc. I just want to circle back to Rain's question. She said that she had not picked up her high blood pressure medicine. Do you want her to pick up her high blood pressure medicine and start taking it, or just order the Ultimate Daily Classic and the supplements you suggested?
Okay, well, that's up to her, okay? If she has not yet started taking blood pressure medication, then she can get on our stuff immediately.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Ruth Ellen. Now, John T.
Hey, Doc.
Hey.
So I have a question that's actually regarding a hobby of all things, and that hobby is manufacturing surfboards. I shape and glass surfboards as just like a fun thing to do on the weekends. And part of the process there involves working with epoxy and fiberglass and sanding it. I take all of the various precautions. I have good ventilation. I wear a respiratory device and all that, but I kind of know that it isn't 100%. It doesn't always work. There ends up being stuff on the ground that I might kick up when I go in there without having a mask on, things like that. So I must be breathing some fiberglass at the very least. And it concerns me, and I wanted to ask you if you had any specific advice with regards to that.
Yeah, get a different hobby.
Well, let's just pretend that it's the most important thing in my life, Doc. I absolutely love it.
Okay, then you have to wear a mask all the time.
Okay.
Because fiberglass does not dissolve.
Yeah, that's my understanding. It's a carcinogen that you just never get rid of.
Yeah, it's like glass in your window. You can break it into smaller pieces, but it never dissolves, never goes away.
Maybe I can find an alternative material to use. You're giving me ideas. Okay, well, thanks, Doc. I really appreciate it.
Hey, you bet.
All right, thank you, John T. And Dr. Wallach, we have one more hand up. Let's go to Dawn. Dawn, if you could go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning, doctor.
Hi.
I talked to you a couple of weeks ago. I've been on your supplements now since last October, so I'm over a year. And the pain in the back of the right leg is going away. And I've got a sinus condition though that won't go away. and I do a sinus wash every morning.
Okay.
And, I use a quarter distilled water, salt, 10 drops of sage, 10 drops of clove, and 10 drops of oregano. And that clears me up pretty good for the day, but around 4 o'clock, it starts to come back.
Okay, now, do you have like a garden or orchard or anything like that around your house?
Well, there's a lot of trees and fruit trees and things, yes.
Okay, and so you may have to find out which ones, you know, you may be sensitive to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and either move out or chop it down and use it for fuel in your fireplace.
I've been doing pretty good up until the last about six months or so, and normally I can get rid of this, but this time it won't go away.
Okay, well, anything going on in the backyard, you know, in those trees and things? Anything you didn't do this time that you usually do? You know, like are all the leaves still stacked up in the yard, and doggies are walking through the leaves and stirring up the dust and pollen and all that kind of thing. And so, you know, there's some mechanical stuff going on here.
Oh, you got muted, Don. So I absolutely love our seasonal immune pack, Dr. Wallach.
Yeah, well, it won't hurt to take that. The seasonal immune pack is the I-26 thing.
The I-26 is fabulous for correcting the gut and getting rid of the pathogens that are in there also. Awesome.
Yep.
Seasonal immune pack.
Yeah, give that a try.
Okay.
I-26 hyperimmune powder.
I-26, is that the egg powder?
Yeah.
I take that already every day.
Okay, good. Well, double the dose.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, keep us informed.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Don. So, Dr. Wallach, I've got another question here, and it has to do with teeth health. So let's talk about our mouth, Dr. Wallach. And the question specifically is having to do with the bone calcium and deficiencies that are factors that play into the teeth. And these particular teeth are turning gray. So wanting to know what is causing the teeth to turn gray and what can be done to just make sure.
Okay, well, when you're talking about teeth and receding gums and jaw pain and TMJ and all this kind of stuff, dental issues, and that's why we have the, you know, these dentists, orthodontists that love kids with these problems. Okay, and then of course they like seniors. They pull all their teeth and give them implants and dentures and all this kind of stuff. This is all osteoporosis of the skull. This is all osteoporosis of the skull. I'll repeat it one more time. This is all osteoporosis of the skull. So these people need to get rid of all the bad foods so they can maximize absorption. They need to take the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. They need the MSM. They need the collagen peptides. They need the Beyond OsteoFX. They need the vitamin D3 and stay away from the bad stuff so they can absorb all these nutrients. People forget, oh, I have a back problem. Well, do you have anything going on in your skull? What do you mean? Well, do you have ringing ears? Yeah. Well, it's caused by the same thing that's causing you to have low back pain and knee pain and hip pain. Really? My doctor didn't tell me that. Well, your doctor doesn't know anything about this. They don't teach them about osteoporosis of the skull in schools. I don't know if it's purposely or they're just ignorant, one or the other, because they have all of these specialists, ear, eye, nose, and throat doctors. They have hearing specialists. They have eye doctors. They have dentists. And if you do everything right for osteoporosis of the skull, all those specialties will go away. So I think probably they know about it, but they don't want to talk about it because all those specialties will go away and none of these kids will want to be specialists. Okay, and so there you are.
So in regards to discoloration of the teeth, Dr. Wallach, is that something that is possible to be corrected?
Maybe, I'll say maybe. It just depends on, you know, how much blood supply there is there. This person needs to get a hold of that book. It's all in your head, goes into 25 different diseases you get. from osteoporosis of the skull, including all these dental things and jaw things and stuff like that. So they can go to www.drjwallach.com, www.drjwallach.com, and get a hold of that book. It's all in your head. It'll freak you out because here's 25 different diseases. We all already know the cause prevention and reversal programs for these things, but doctors want you to be treated, relieve the symptoms and make you happy. But 6 months or a year, 2 years later, you got to have some really serious procedures done because their original treatment was just relieving symptoms. And so I don't know if they know all this and they purposely work it that way, or they're just really ignorant. Either way, patient takes a beating.
Well, as patients, as individuals, as people, let's be empowered and be able to take this information and use it to our body's good.
Don't forget the book. Oh, it's all in your head. The book, it's all in your head.
It's all in your head. And just as a reminder for all of you that are with us today or watching the replay, you can find all of our replays at ask.live.com. On that website, we also have a link to Dr. Wallach's most popular books. We have a contact us if you have questions that you would like to ask and get individual help with. We do have a team of certified holistic health coaches there to assist you. And we also want to make sure that you are getting encouraged. So if you have a passion for health and you want to surround yourself with others who have that same passion and help people as a whole, being a longevity distributor has so much purpose, so much meaning, and so much impact on our world. And we encourage you to think about joining us, because you can make an impact small in your own family, or you can make an impact huge in your community and around the world, especially since we've got digital marketing and the World Wide Web. We would love to have you join us on this crusade. If you are interested, get back with the person that invited you to this program. If nobody specifically invited you, you have never ordered any of the longevity products, you can go to the contact us at askdoclive.com. And we also, for those of you who want to order products and still have a few questions, we have a call team that is standing by at 855-949-7234. Well, Dr. Wallach, we're at the top of the hour. I want to thank my co-hosts, Shanti McCollar, Ruth Ellen Sanchez, and Nasima Omar for helping with this weekly call. I love the fact that they have volunteered, and yes, they've volunteered to be with us every week to make sure you're getting the information that you need to be empowered individuals. Dr. Wallach, we'll see you next Friday.
Absolutely, and thank you to your entire team, your entire family. We love you all, and look forward to next week. God bless.
God bless. We love and appreciate you and everybody on with us, everybody that's watching this replay. Our heart and passion goes out, and we want to make sure that you are being supported so you can not just survive, but thrive. Bye for now.